After all the ideas, the thoughts, and the pondering, I find that I am merely one fool wandering.
That's right. 100 million Americans missing. Where are they missing from? The voter rolls. Hello again, YouTube fam. And by now, I was hoping to do a live show so that we could address these topics. But it seems like YouTube knows exactly who I am, and they don't want me to go live because even though I've verified my phone and reached the 50 subscriber, actually it was at 55 just a minute ago, but of course it'll go to 56 or more because you're going to go subscribe now and help me beat this algorithm. You're going to like the video, and then you're going to put some thought into what I'm trying to tell you or what I'm saying to you. Doesn't matter whether you agree or disagree, leave your comments below. I, for a long time, had presented the idea that we're not going to fix this broken system that we're living under. Nobody's happy with it. The right isn't happy with a major part of it because that's all lefty stuff and they hate it. They're going to fight against it. The lefties hate it because it's, or half of it because, but to me, it's just one system, and we're like the goddamn ping pong ball that, depending on which side of the court we end up, tells us how hard we get our asses spanked. And that's not a good system. It goes against everything our founding fathers and the Constitution wanted and stated it would achieve. And, well, those 100 million missing Americans missing from the voter rolls, do you think maybe they're just people? Now, I know the statistics can be argued. If you find a different number, leave that in the comments so we can consider what you found. I just took a rough number from the most recent stats of the last year, but I think it's a pretty good average, and I think no matter what period of time you go back to, my point is going to be the same and validated by the numbers you find. Let's use 100 million. It's easy. Yeah, it takes like seconds for the government to spend that much money. Anyway, 100 million people. I'm going to think that there's some that just couldn't get there. There's always some that can't get there. But the majority of those people are sick of it. Now, some are just lazy, and they don't want to put effort into any part of their life. But I'm talking about the real numbers, the numbers that would have an impact on the course of this nation. And so if we use that 100 million, let's take 25% off for the lazy ones and the ones that couldn't make it. 25 million. Throw them away. We're down to 75 million. Well, that's the same as roughly what voted for either party. So those are the people I want to find. I want them to start interacting. I want them to start caring. I want them to start publicly saying that they're sick of it, like I've been sick of it for over a decade, like many of you have been sick of it. This is what I know. Now, one of the problems we have is all kind of people believing things, and, well, I know that the greatest atrocities known to man have been committed by people that believe things, and I don't want any of those people. They're very destructive. Not insulting anybody, but I really want people that the only thing they know is something has to change, and that they're willing to put in some level of effort. if it were my say-so, your tax return would also include your vote. Like, we all need to pay our fair share for the things that we all use in common. I don't have a problem with paying tax if it's fair and it's not stolen by corrupt, possibly demonic politicians. We all, and I also, is it fair to tell somebody that made no agreement with you that they have to do this or that, or they can't do this or that? Well, that's those 100 million people. They didn't participate. They should participate. This is their damn country too. We're all sick of sending our kids to die and paying the tax and doing all the things that we do, and they're not participating. But you also really can't hold them responsible for the fuckery that we're all living through because they didn't participate. It's a goddamn shame either way, and I think we can do better. So back to what I know. I know that this government was formed with pen and ink. It can be dissolved, changed with the same pen and ink. What did it take for the pen and the ink to meet? People that were sick of it. So, we will start with this video, the playlist of 50 free states. I'd like you to start using that hashtag on social media, sharing things that show how corrupt the government is, how much the system needs to be changed. And I want you to help me find those people to support this video and the ones that are going to be in the playlist that I'm going to start right now. And eventually we'll get to the live shows, I hope. Now, I could go live on X. Let me know. I started a new account there. I'm not big on Elon Musk or any billionaire, but I started an account there mostly for data collection purposes. There's a lot of information there that I may or may not need. But we could do a live on X, but that's not going to be my first thought. If that's the only option, then we'll... Anyway, like, subscribe, leave your thoughts below. We all have a responsibility, and it is quite clear. I guess I will simplify by saying this. Over 200 years. Now, one reminder, history's not big with a lot of you, but George Washington, our very first president, warned against a two-party system. He said, paraphrasing, it would destroy this country. Look where we are. We're fighting each other in the streets. The lefties and the right-wingers, arguing amongst themselves, causing a public nuisance for everybody. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. It's only getting worse. The economy's collapsing before our eyes, except we're looking over there. So it's behind our back. And we can do better. And we need to do better. And we need to do better like a decade ago. So we have work to do. Anyway, much love, everybody. This is a long, deep, dark hole that you've climbed down. I want to give a quick ending shout out to the idea of the state of Jefferson. If you don't know about the state of Jefferson, it's something I'm encouraged by, although it's failed for decades, but they're still trying out there in Northern California, Southern Oregon. They're sick of the stuff and they want to form their own state. They think they'll be free, but they won't. They'll still be subjected to this government, the United States of America, They won't have any freedom. The states don't have any freedom. 50 free states they do. In fact, they run the whole thing. We'll have more videos on this topic. Much love, many thanks. I'll get out of here because I'm not even sure I can upload a video that's longer than 15 minutes. We'll cut it off here at just after 10. Much love, and I'll see you in the next one.